Hello, guys. Hola, amigos. Ni hao dajer. Today, let's talk about two countries, Vietnam and China. There are a lot of foreigners or there are a lot of teachers who are moving to Vietnam and China. Sometimes some people get confused and they don't know which one to choose. So today, let's talk about these two countries. Before that, if today is your first time on this channel, please kindly do me a favor and subscribe to this channel. Like this video, comment below and share it with your friends. Here, Vietnam and China are in Asia, as you all know, and it's a spot for all ESL teachers, all teachers around the world. If you want to teach English, science, being a coach or whatever you want to teach, like other languages, you can move to Vietnam or China to be a teacher. These two countries are quite like it's quite good, even though you can go to Cambodia, Japan, South Korea to be a teacher, but Vietnam and China is quite easy to move, and they are really welcoming everyone. So today, let's put these two countries on the table and let's talk about the negative and the positive, the side of all these two countries so that we can know which one to choose. So first, let me talk about China. All right. And before we will travel to, you were gonna travel to China or Vietnam, visa come first, right? So let's talk about the visa process and everything about China and Vietnam. Okay, so to get a Chinese work visa, you have to have a degree or diploma, your TOEFL certificate, and your TESOL certificate, right? And you have to send it to your Ministry of Foreign Affairs to notarize it, and then send it to the Chinese embassy to do attestation. I made a video about this, the documents you need to apply for your work visa. If you haven't watched it yet, please kindly go and watch it and like that video and also comment below. So these are the documents you will definitely need for your visa, and when you get it, then you will use it to apply for a job, and your school or your agent will use your documents to apply for your work visa for you. So first, you're going to get your PDF working permit. Then you use it to go and apply for your visa from the Chinese embassy. And when you apply for the visa, you're going to get 1 month visa from your country. Then when you get to China, they will change it to 1 year visa for you. All right. So here are the rules in China. Irrespective of where you are from or what you are teaching, you're going to get 1 year working visa in China. And this 1 year working visa is renewable. You can renew it every year with the same school or changing the school. So when you change the school or you renew it with the same school, every day you have to go through the same process again. Unlike you don't have to go back to your country. This time you have to do it in China, the city or the province you are. And then you have to have your documents you use to apply for the visa for the first time. If you don't have it, you have to go and do it again. Your non-criminal record, everything. Then you have to use it to renew your working visa. Okay, so every year you have to renew it 1 year, 1 year, 1 year, like that. There is no case they're going to give you 2 years. And to be a teacher, you have to have your teaching work visa. I made a video about the types of work visas we have in China, the company work visa and teaching work visa. So you have to have your teaching work visa. Even though you can use the company work visa to teach, but it's not safe, as I said in my other videos. It's not safe. You're going to have like a lot of troubles or other things, but sometimes the school might protect you. So these are the rules and everything for the working visa in China. All right. And for Vietnam, when you get a school, definitely you have to do the same process for the notarization and the attestation. But on the other hand, Vietnam, you're gonna get 3 months business visa. It's like business visa, work visa, yeah. And when you get to Vietnam, you can use that 3 months even to work, or sometimes they'll give you 1 month, but you can use 1 month to work. Then after, the school will change it to the working permit or the resident permit in the city or the province for you. But on the other hand, Vietnam, you're gonna get 2 years, not 1 year, 2 years visa, which is renewable, But these 2 years, most of the schools, they might try for you to sign like 2 years contract with them. Later, we're gonna talk about the contract issue. Yeah, so 2 years, and after the 2 years you can renew it and everything, you see. So if you compare the process between China and Vietnam getting the visa, definitely like China is quite difficult because you have to go to the embassy, but Vietnam, after you finish the attestation, you get a visa online. They will get you electronic visa, so you don't have to go to interview, you don't have to do anything. By China, you have to go for interview, everything. They will request a lot of things. It's not kind of difficult, but you have to weigh and see which one you want to do and which one you don't want to do. If you are kind of afraid of interview, then probably you have to choose Vietnam. But if you can express yourself and you don't worry, then probably it's okay to choose the Chinese one. That is it. That is the whole thing about the visa. Okay, now let's move on to contract. So the contract is this way. Sometimes some of the Chinese schools might give you 2 years contract, or they might give you 1 year, but 1 year is frequent. And with the 1 year is renewable, or you can change the school after the 1 year. So as I said earlier, you have to have your documents in documents and everything intact, so that when they change, you change the school or you want to renew it with them, you can use your documents again. Okay, Vietnam, mostly it comes 2 years, 2 years, which is renewable also because you have the 2 years visa, right? Okay, but let's combine the contract with the salary. Okay, the salary for native teachers in China is probably from $3,000 to $6,000. It depends on the type of school you are teaching. Most of the times, some people are even getting $8,000 to $10,000. As I said, it depends on the type of school you are teaching, right? And it depends on where you are from also. I mean native teachers, not for non-native teachers, right? If you don't know the native teachers in China, please kindly go and check my other videos and like that video too. All right. So for the native, so probably let's take like $3,000 to $6,000. And for non-native teachers, probably from $1,200 to $3,000. So it depends on the start and the experience. So after the 1 year, probably they have to increase your salary, so you have to negotiate for it. If you don't negotiate for it, they're not gonna give you the increment, so you have to negotiate and talk about it. If not, and you stay silent, they're not gonna do that. And if you sign 2 years contract and even after the 1 year there was no increment in your contract, still you can negotiate for that before the first year contract gonna expire. And you have to sit them down 1 month or at least 2 months before the first year contract gonna expire. If not, it's gonna affect your visa, where you want to move and everything. It's so troublesome, so put that one in mind. All right, so let's talk about Vietnam salary and the contract renewal and everything. For Vietnam, they are not paying a lot like China. So for native teachers, probably it's like $2,000 to $5,000, and for non-native teachers, it's like from $800 to like $2,500 or maximum $3,000. Okay, so as I said earlier in the Chinese contract, this one also they have to increase it after 1 year, so you have to negotiate for that. All right, so this is for the contract and the salary. Let's add the accommodation and other benefit. For China, mostly teachers, they're gonna give you free accommodation, or they're gonna add like some allowance for you to rent your apartment. So if they give you an apartment and you don't like it, you can request for like an allowance for you to rent your own apartment you like. But most of the times I go for the free apartment. So they show me, I ask my student to look for like at least 3 apartments. So when I come, I go and check all of them and I'll select one. It's better than for them giving me the allowance, and sometimes, dealing with the landlords and you cannot speak Chinese or something like that. It's kind of stressing. So just go for the free one. Just get better one and go for free one. So that is it for the accommodation. And some schools, they're going to give you like breakfast. It depends on the type of school you are teaching. So breakfast, and some schools, they're going to pay for your utility bills. It's not for everyone. So if you ask your school and they're not going to give it to you, it's okay. Okay. And let's talk about Vietnam. For Vietnam, sometimes they give you accommodation like maybe $200 per month, or sometimes they don't give, because accommodation there is kind of not like expensive like in China, even when you go to their capital city. So when they give you a contract and there is no free accommodation, you can negotiate for that. If it's free, fine. If it's they have allowance for you for the accommodation, it's also okay. Okay, so we are finished with the accommodation type, and let's move on to lifestyle. Like if you are moving to China, is it mandatory for you to learn Chinese? And if you are moving to Vietnam, do you have to start to learn Vietnamese? Okay, for Vietnam, it's not kind of difficult because most people, they can express themselves in English. Even the old people, they can speak like hello, how are you, and some tips. But for China, it's not everyone. But for your schools and other people, like they can speak English. When you go to the big cities like Shenzhen, Shanghai, Beijing, there are a lot of people who can speak English. But when you go to the rural areas, there are only few people can speak. But it's not kind of difficult to live because we have apps you can, use to translate from English to Chinese, and it's kind of okay, for the first year. Then you try to train yourself, to speak what they call it, Chinese or Vietnamese. Okay, so let's move on to if you are coming with a family. How is it? Is it difficult? Is it easy? And how is it? All these two countries, you can move there with your family, and they can, give them a family visa for you to go with them. But the problem is, if you are coming with an adult like your kid, and you are bringing your kid to China, probably your kid, you're gonna send your kid to school, and it might be either a Chinese school or an international school, and it's kind of costly, so you have to put that one also in mind. But some schools gonna give you free education for your kids, so you can also negotiate for that. And for Vietnam, it's kind of similar way, so you have to ask the school and negotiate everything for that. And let's move on to maybe single people, those who want to move to Asia, establish and get some like a lady to get married or something like that. Okay, I would say maybe better go to Vietnam, because Chinese people culture, some people have that kind of hard feelings of accepting foreigners, most especially if you're a colored person. But some people do accept. But it's not frequent. Although I have a lot of friends who are married to Chinese people, but I think Vietnamese people are really quite open than Chinese people. So you have to put that one in mind. And aside that, we all want a good lifestyle, living freedom and, enjoying life and culture. So Vietnam and China, they all get good culture, they got good people and bad people as well. So you have to, be ready for everything that will come. But aside that, Chinese got a whole lot of culture, and each province got different culture, different food, lifestyle, and everything, and you're gonna enjoy it. They are kind of helpful and everything. So these are the things you have to put in mind, and just choose where you want to go and settle. Okay, the last one will be like, how about you come and get married to a Chinese? Which kind of visa are you gonna get? Okay, in China, you're gonna have a married visa, but this one is a different topic of it. Or this married visa, they're not gonna allow you to use it to work. You can kind of use it to work, but it's not legal. And for Vietnam, if you get married to Vietnamese, you're going to have like 5 years visa in Vietnam. And this visa, you can use it to, they will allow you to use it to work, So this is some tips for you to, choose where you want to go. So you can even go and do like that, not real marriage thing, and you can have your lifestyle. And for Vietnam, also, even with the company work visa, they can allow you to work freely, and it's not kind of stressful like China. So these are the tips for you to compare with these countries, the lifestyle there, the salary, the schools and everything, for you to choose which one you like. So this is for the topic today. Don't forget, if you are new here, kindly subscribe to this channel, like this video, and comment below. Let me hear from you. Which country are you going to choose? Are you going to choose Vietnam or are you going to choose China? Why or why not? And when are you planning to move to Vietnam or moving to China? Which kind of video do you want me to prepare to talk about? And let me know. If you don't like Vietnam or China, or you are moving to Cambodia, like Taiwan, let's say like Japan or South Korea, it's kind of okay. You can also go and teach there. Later, I have a package of videos for these countries, and it will come very soon. That is all for today. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to share it with your friends. Really appreciate it a lot. Thank you. Bye bye. Ciao ciao. 再见. See you next time. Bye.